Okay, I'm going to get started this evening by welcoming everyone. Welcome to Wat Tung. Nice to see everyone here. Welcome to anyone who's joining us online as well. This is our Sunday evening meditation where I come together with students, just guide you in a meditation session, and then really open up to any and all questions that you guys have after our meditation. So if you guys would like to join for meditation, the way that we start with our meditation is with some chanting. This helps ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. We have chants over there on the cabinet. You're welcome to help yourself to be able to see what the chanting is. During the lifetime of the Buddha, he used chanting as a way to help his students commit the teachings to memory. Every 2 weeks, his students would come together and they would recite the teachings. So it's a learning tool, it's a learning device during his lifetime, where today we use it as a way to ease the mind into meditation and get more benefit out of the meditation itself. So there aren't any rites, rituals, ceremonies, worship, or prayer as part of the teachings of the Buddha. If you're seeing those kinds of things attributed to his teachings, those aren't his actual teachings. So I'm going to start off with this chanting, and then we're going to go into a breathing mindfulness meditation session where there's going to be a period of time where I'm guiding you and essentially teaching you how to do breathing mindfulness meditation while I'm guiding you in the meditation. Then there's going to be a brief period of time of silence where we're just meditating, and it's pretty quiet during that period of time, but I'm sure you're going to hear occasional sounds. This is normal. If you're in meditation with a craving for permanent silence and you hear a sound, you'll cause your mind to be annoyed or frustrated or irritated. This is what the unenlightened mind does, is it craves permanence, not realizing that it's living in an impermanent world. Then I'm going to come back in with some guidance for loving kindness meditation. This is what we're actually going to be focused on this evening, where loving kindness meditation is to train your mind to eliminate anger, hatred, ill will, and all the lesser versions. Oftentimes people think that these types of things are being caused by other people, but it's actually being caused by your own mind. You can eliminate this where you don't have frustration and agitation, annoyance, even the slightest dislike. Oftentimes people have certain people that they like in the world, and they have people that they dislike, and they think that that dislike is coming from the other person, where in reality it's actually coming from your own mind. Your mind's producing that. You can get to a point where you don't have that in your mind anymore. So this meditation essentially rewires your mind to be loving and kind with all the beings around you and any beings in the world. Eventually you'll get to a point, if you train your mind enough, where you don't have any hostility or bitterness in your mind whatsoever, not only just towards others, but towards yourself as well. Because sometimes people walk around with negative self-talk in their mind where you're degrading and diminishing yourself, and it's no fun walking around like that. So this meditation is going to help you to cultivate loving kindness for other beings, but also for yourself as well. And now if you go out into the world being loving and kind through your intentions, speech, and actions, this is where you'll really transform your mind and transform your life, because your relationships can really blossom. As long as you have bitterness and hostility in your mind and you're putting that out, it's all just going to keep coming back to you. So you can transform this with this particular meditation and other teachings that the Buddha taught as well. You wouldn't be able to just meditate your way to the elimination of anger and bitterness. There's other things you would need besides just meditation, but this is an important component. So that's why we're going to be doing that today, if you would like to join along. Then we're going to go back into the breathing mindfulness meditation, and then we're going to come out of that with some chanting. And then that's where I'll mainly just open up to whatever questions you guys have about the teachings of the Buddha. We have other courses and programs that help you to learn more in depth, where Sunday night, what we do here at 6:30 is just open up to any questions that you guys have. So if you'd like to join for meditation, take whatever position is comfortable for you. I'm going to start off with the chanting. Again, you guys are welcome to join in with the chanting if you like, and then I'll come back in with the guidance to help you. Arahang Sama Sambuddho Mahakeva Bhutang Mahakavanang Apivateyami Savakato Mahakavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Savaka Sangho Sanghang Namami. นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสเอมะเกวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังโอโตภาควาติ Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, in the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Then I'll be back with more guidance on loving kindness meditation. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Continuing to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Repeat these phrases in the mind on the out breath. May I be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be well. May I be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May mom and dad be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness and the suffering that it causes. May my family, friends, co-workers, and neighbors all be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who have caused me harm be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all those who I have harmed be peaceful. May they be safe. May they be well. May they be free of all discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. May all beings, wherever they reside, be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be well. May all beings be free of discontentedness in the suffering that it causes. Now return back to breathing mindfulness meditation, focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. Breathing in and out. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธมหาเขวาโอตังมหาเขวันนังอภิวาเตมิสวากขาโตมหาเขวตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาเขวโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหาเขวาอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกขาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาธัมมาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสรังพุทโธภาควาติ Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, good evening to all of you guys. Nice to see everyone here. Welcome to everyone online as well. Normally what I do in this class is I usually kind of teach just a little bit, and then I open up to whatever questions you guys have. But instead, what I'm going to do tonight is something a little bit different. Is I'm just going to open up to whatever questions you guys have. If you guys have questions about the teachings of the Buddha, about your meditation practice, about things you're seeing here around Thailand, if there's things that you're seeing related to the Buddha's teachings and you guys would like to ask questions about those, you're more than welcome to ask anything that you'd like. We have microphones there in the middle of the room in the white bowl. We also have some up here in the front. If you use a microphone, the people online will be able to hear you. And if you don't use a microphone, they won't be able to hear you. So if you get a microphone, you can just press the gray button. You'll see the lights come on. And if you hold this up to your chin, we'll be able to hear you here at the temple, and they'll be able to hear you online as well. And then you can keep these with you because you might have more than one question, or someone around you might have a question, and you can just share it with them. And if you're not using it, if you could turn it off, that'll be helpful so we don't get feedback through the speakers. And then for anybody who's online, you guys can put your questions into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, or you can raise your hand in Zoom and ask any questions that you like. So is anybody here, anybody online that has a question you guys would like to ask?
Hi, David. In Buddhism, they do a lot of training your mind. What does a Buddha teach about training your body as well?
Everything he teaches is focused on the mind because there's all these other disciplines that train the body, and those things are evolving over time. So if someone was interested in training the body, they have the ability to get that other places. But the Buddha is focusing on the main aspect of this being. Like if we think about this being, the mind is the boss, the body is the employee. The body's just following along with whatever's going on in the mind. So if you train the mind, then the body will be able to follow along. So if somebody's interested in whether it's yoga or exercise or Tai Chi or Qigong or any of these other kinds of things, you'll find the things that really work for this body, because this body is different and everybody's going to respond to different things. But in terms of the mind, everybody will be able to get help with the teachings of the Buddha, because every human mind is the same. In terms of what's the content in each mind is different, but in terms of how the mind functions is exactly the same based in the teachings of the Buddha. So he teaches you essentially like a computer. He's working on the CPU instead of working on the monitor and the keyboard and the mouse and all these other things. You'll find the ones that work best for you. But the CPU, if the CPU is not working well, then the whole thing's not working well. So he's focusing on training the mind. And then there's other things related to the body that other people teach. With that said, it's wise to take care of this body. We know it's impermanent and it's constantly changing. There's different things in the world that you can use in order to be able to help you with the body. And you just need to find what's working best for you, or what combination of things is working best for you. And that's going to be different for each individual person. So the Buddha is all focused on training of the mind, because that's the boss.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anything else you guys would like to ask? No questions? Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll just end class here. Okay. So if you guys would like to learn more, if you would like to get in depth with what it is that the Buddha taught in order to be able to train your mind to get to the point where it's completely peaceful, calm, serene, and content with joy, there's a lot of opportunities for you to do that. Oftentimes people think that it's the outside world that's causing these feelings, but it's actually what's going on in your own mind. It's your own mind causing your own anger, your own frustration, your own irritation, annoyance, and all these other feelings. And you can actually train your mind to the point where you don't experience this anymore. So if you'd like to get help on that, there's a bulletin board over there with classes and courses and retreats that you can learn about, and you can come. It's all available for you at no cost. Next week, I'm going to be teaching harmony in relationships, where Monday through Friday from 9 to 3, I'm going to be teaching classes all throughout the week that's helping you to build harmony in your relationships. Because in the unenlightened state, you'll tend to have a certain amount of disharmony in your relationships. You'll find that with your parents, your siblings, your life partner, your children, you might have difficulties and struggles in these relationships. But by the time you get to enlightenment, you don't have that any longer. You'll have harmony in all your relationships, but you need to learn how to train your own mind to be able to accomplish that. In fact, this meditation that we were just doing, it's not to invoke some special power to come and change mom and dad or your brothers and sisters. It's not about that. It's not about sending them loving kindness. This meditation is to work on your mind so that when you're around those individuals, you can be more loving and kind. So if you'd like to learn more about how to train your mind and get to the point where it's completely peaceful and joyful, where you don't experience those types of feelings like anger and sadness and others, and you can have harmonious relationships, you can check our website, you can check the bulletin board, you can come talk to me. I'll get you plugged into the resources that you need to be able to make your way closer and closer to this enlightened mental state. So whatever you do today, have a very lovely and wonderful rest of your day. Take care and be well. Sawadee krap, sawadee krap, sawadee krap. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.